Guys, so I wanted to take a quick video here in the evening of this section of the garden, especially since I had everything ready to go and it's a beautiful evening and this pretty blue aster is in bloom. This is our walkway that we did last year, and it comes back to the back porch. And this is my original shrub bed that I started in the fall 4 years ago. So it really hasn't been growing all that long, but you can see just how big everything has gotten. This Montauk daisy I got on clearance, like a few cents. It's gotten huge, just one plant. I got the sedum with it, and there's a couple sedums on the other side. And then just assortment of other things. This creeping Jenny has just grown and grown, which I've thought about taking out, but for right now I've just left it. I just moved this hydrangea, so it hasn't bloomed this year. So we'll see how it does now that it's getting more sun. And then this is beautiful aster. I got this on clearance too. I believe that year, 4 years ago, I think. It was either 3 or 4 years ago that I got those extra plants. And I just kind of put them in. A few things have been moved. I don't think this aster has been moved, though. I've moved the sedums this year. Sedums are extremely easy to move. This firelight hydrangea I got on clearance as well. Pretty much I got everything at a really good deal, unless it was just something I really wanted. Like there's a Wigilla, that I just really wanted. That wasn't on clearance, but so we got sedum there. We've got butterfly bush that I got. There's actually 4 of them in here. This one's the largest one though. I got those 4 years ago as well. And they got planted, I think they got planted that fall. I got them in the summer and they were in pots for a little bit. And so we got some creeping coleus, which I love, although that one is looking a little, the leaves are curling and I'm not really sure why that one is doing that. And have this lovely bench. If I'm going to sit at a long time, I put a pad down on it, but it just is so pretty to look at. So worth it. And we've got some planters here that I planted up with some extra things, and they're very pretty. And they're under a dogwood that has a lot of low branches here. So these Calbraccoias look really pretty. I usually don't put 2 multicolored, like variegated ones together, but these ones worked really well. I really like them a lot. They're really cute. These are Super Bells by Proven Winners. And then we've got more creeping coleus. I think this is a Color Blaze, in the Color Blaze series by Proven Winners. Most of my annuals I get are Proven Winners, and a lot of my other plants are too, just because I've really liked how they've performed. So this is all shade through here. There were a lot of lilies through this area, so they've kind of died off, and the peony is not looking so hot. It did bloom for me this year though, but it's gotten some mildew. The dogwood above me here is getting some color. It's starting to kind of change. The leaves are not real great on this. I'm not sure why exactly, what's going on with it, but it's getting its berries. So dogwood here is getting its berries. Got some more super petunias. This one came up from seed and it has 2 different colors of flowers on it. Let's see if I can zoom in on that. have to excuse my video skills. I'm still learning. Still working on getting better at it. This one looks beautiful here. Beautiful color on this fuchsia. And we have a large, very large hydrangea here. It is probably 6 feet tall now. And it was a little tiny baby that I got on Mackinac Island when I went 4 years ago. So more of the sedum. There's 2 Montauk daisies here. There's a large grass here that I got on clearance as well. And then I made up these planters here with some Sweet Alyssum and Supertunia Priscilla, which is really pretty as well. And then moving out, let's see, we'll go around this way. We have these pretty ferns. Oh, love these ferns. Dug all those up. Bistro some iris. In here we have some lantanas. They really should have more sun, but that was really the only place I left to put them. Kind of ran out of room in my beds. And this one came up from seed. It looks like a lovey-dovey proven winner Supertunia though. This one also came up and is looking very pretty. And I'm really not sure if it's a certain Supertunia or not. It's beautiful though. There's one that's similar, but it's a little bit smaller. This is big flowers. It really does. So it's an interesting, very interesting flower. And then we have just this beautiful row of plantings here. I'm really, really happy with these, I have to say. I'm kind of proud of these. Ariana and I planted these together. We planted a lot of things together, but I specifically remember the day that we planted these together, and this was the look we were hoping for. We hoped that we had planted them just right so that they would achieve this kind of look. So I'm really happy with how that turned out. Just looks so pretty. We got some lantanas in here. Everything's just looking so nice. So really happy with this. And then we come around here and we have more lantanas, some iris on here. These did bloom really nice for me, especially these ones. These were really pretty. Purple fountain grass. Again, these ferns. I just love these ferns. And like I said, all of these, they've multiplied a little bit this year, but we planted these last year from the woods. Just we're back in the woods on my parents' property, so it was really awesome that we were able to get those. And this is one plant. Got that last year on clearance as well. It's huge. And I've trimmed it back. It needs trimmed back again, but although it hasn't started blooming quite yet. But anyway, it needs trimmed back. It's so big. So big. I have a few. These were really pretty. They're not blooming right now, but these were really pretty. Pretty purple alliums. And some pink astilbes were in here. These meteor showers I love too. And these ones aren't looking super hot. They got some mildew on them, but you know, you win some, you lose some. The roses are, they have lost a lot of leaves. They're starting to grow back. I love these little boxwoods. This Lady of Shalott rose is looking really, really good here. It's got a lot of blooms coming back on it and a lot of growth back on it, but it's definitely the best looking one out of I have 17 roses right now. So then I got this arch, which isn't covered yet, but is definitely really pretty. There's another rose here and a rose here. They just have not really taken off yet. And to come around here before I finish up the section, plant this little planter here. And this planter, this came up from seed too, one plant. And then Dream Come True Rose is right here, and it's trying, this bloom spent, but it's trying to grow a little more. It's my favorite rose though. It's a grandiflora, and it really has, I have a million pictures of it when it's, of the different blooms. It's just a gorgeous rose. Although I really do like this Lady of Shalott as well. And I really like all of my roses. There's a James Austin blooming over on the other side right now, and it's so pretty as well. This came back up, the salvia, so I stuck it in there. I had to take a rose out actually that got diseased, and it is looking great. And this walkway, you know, it's nice for the budget and not being a permanent home. Now, I don't plan to live here forever. Otherwise, I would have put in probably something that was cement and stamped. I've seen that done with some other people's houses, and I think that looks great. But for our purposes, it works really well. So depending on your budget, it can work really well. So we have a few vincas in here, some dianthesis, some euonymus. This is the woodgilla. It's kind of grown kind of crazy. It has not rebloomed a whole lot this year, although it does have blooms. I can find them here. Let's see. There's a couple of blooms right there. So you can see those in there. They're very pretty. Now ideally we want the whole shrub doing that. I'm not really sure why it didn't all do that. We have Cuptheas in here. I'll probably put something taller in here next year. These are just annuals, but the hummingbirds do really like them. And they were some extras I had too. I got those on clearance, so I stuck them in there. So we're back. We'll go back around. This came back up too, and I stuck that in there not all that long ago. This is a really pretty coral rose. It's not blooming right now. It's trying to grow back. And that's that. We have Royal Jubilee Rose, which is trying to grow back. It is a really pretty rose whenever it's just in bloom and it has all of its leaves. And this, I believe they pronounce it Litchfield Angel, I think. It's also a really pretty rose when it's just looking good. It's just not looking so hot right now. And this kind of shows a kind of a wider section of what we put in. We put in all of this last year. And all of this was grass. All of this stuff that I showed you was all grass. None of this was here at all. This Creeping Jenny has taken over the pathway. It's actually about 2 feet wide, which it's only got about a foot here as it's really grown in. All right, and that's that for that section.